Dear students, welcome you all. Today's topic for the discussion is problem of overpopulation in India. India is the house for many people with different cultures and languages from thousands of years. Today, India is the habitat to over 1.27 billion people. By 2050, it will surpass China as the most populous country in the world. Experts think that India will reach a total of 1.8 billion before population growth begins to decrease. When we ask the question, is population explosion a boom or a curse? The answer is somehow confusing. For the European developed countries like Spain and Italy, where the population is decreasing, this might be considered as a boon. However, for the developing countries like India, population explosion is a curse and is damaging to the development of the country and its society. The developing countries already facing a lack in their resources, and with a rapidly increasing population, the resources available per person are reduced further, leading to increased poverty, malnutrition, and other large population related problems. In this regard, we are discussing the above topic under the following captions. They are the concept of overpopulation, reasons for the increase in population, problem of expanding population in India, controlling measures of overpopulation, failure of population control policies. First one is the concept of overpopulation. The accurate meaning of population is the whole number of people or inhabitants in a country or region, and the literal meaning of population explosion is a pyramiding of numbers of a biological population. As the number of people in a pyramid increases, so do the problems related to the increased population. The main factors affecting the population change are the birth rate, death rate, and migration. The recent increase in the world population has been caused due to the following major reasons: the increase in birth rates due to medical improvements, the decrease in death rates due to better medical facilities and advancements in the field of medicine, immigration to better developed countries due to several reasons like better job opportunities, war, and natural causes like hurricanes, earthquakes, and so forth. India, being a developing country, has had to face several economic and political challenges. One of the most important problems is the population explosion. Overpopulation in India is causing even more problems. An increasing population living on the same land will quickly use up the limited resources the country has. Medical conditions are getting worse and the diseases are spreading faster. More and more Indians are living below the poverty line. India, on the verge of becoming a developed country, is still a developing country. The reason behind is overpopulation. Coming towards the rural areas, this situation is at hike. The reason for this is illiteracy. Increasing population in India is problem for country has always been a topic of discussion. Today, India is the second largest country in terms of population, and it is expected to surpass China by 2025. We are not able to manage our human resources properly. Nowadays, increasing population of India is a big problem. Increasing population without any limit is one of the problems behind the lacking development in the country. Illiteracy and lack of awareness creates a thought that having more children will give a secure future to the parents and the society. But what is the use if the children themselves do not get the desired facilities? What is the use if they will be burden for the society? What is the use if they will not be able to contribute to the country's welfare and development? The solution for all these questions lies within us. They can serve the country only if they get the desired facilities like food, shelter, and most importantly, education. The prime concern is to literate the people, especially in the rural areas, and simultaneously making them aware about the ill effects of having more children. So, what are the reasons for this increase in population? Here is the answer. Reasons for increase in population. First one is the birth rate. India currently faces approximately 33 births a minute, 2000 an hour and 48,000 a day, which calculates to nearly 12 million per year. Unfortunately, the resources do not increase as the population increases. Instead, the resources keep decreasing, leading to making survival for a human being more and more competitive even for the basic necessities of life like food, clothing and shelter. Next is the poverty. India currently faces a brutal cycle of population explosion and poverty. One of the most important reasons for this population increase in India is poverty. The people who have to struggle to make two ends meet produce more children because more children means more earning hands. Also, due to poverty, the infant mortality rate among such families is higher due to the lack of facilities like food and medical resources. Thus, they produce more children, assuming that not all of them would be able to survive. The end result is a mounting increase in the population size of India. Due to the increase in population, the problems of scarce resources, jobs and poverty increases. Thus, the cycle continues, leading to an ever increasing population that we see today. Religious beliefs, traditions and cultural norms. India's culture runs very deep and far back in history. Due to the increased population, the educational facilities are very scarce. As a result, most people still strictly follow ancient beliefs. In addition, a lot of families prefer having a son rather than a daughter. As a result, a lot of families have more children than they actually want or can afford, resulting in increased poverty, lack of resources and most importantly, an increased population. Another one India's culture norms is for a girl to get married at an early age. In most of the rural areas and in some urban areas as well, families prefer to get their girls married at the age of 14 or 15 years. Due to the young age of these girls, they have more potential of bearing children, that is, since they start bearing children at a very early age, they can have more children throughout their lifespan. Next is the death rate. Although poverty has increased and the development of a country continues to be hampered, the improvement in medical facilities have been tremendous. This improvement might be considered positive, but as far as population increases is considered, it has only been positive in terms of increasing the population further. The average life expectancy of people in India has increased from 52.9 in 1975 and 80 to 62.4 in 1995 to 2000. In addition, abortion is not allowed by several religions that are followed in India. As a result, although the measures to control birth are either not available or known to the public, the facilities to increase birth through medical facilities are available. Migration. In countries like the United States, immigration plays an important role in the population increase. However, in countries like India, immigration plays a very small role in the population change. Although people from neighboring countries like Bangladesh, Pakistan and Nepal migrate to India, at the same time, Indians migrate to other countries like the US, Australia and the UK. Coming to problems of expanding population in India. India also has enormous problems with overpopulation. The current population is over a billion, but India does not have the large land mass that China has. India is experiencing major problems with declining water tables due to over extraction beyond sustainable yield. India is building desalination plants to solve this problem. Because India has the same population density as Japan, some have claimed that India's poverty is caused by underdevelopment, not overpopulation. Some problems associated with human overpopulation. They are inadequate fresh water for drinking purpose, inefficient sewage treatment and effluent discharge. Some countries use desalination to solve the problem of water shortages. Next is the depletion of natural resources, especially fossil fuels. Increased levels of air pollution, water pollution, soil contamination and noise pollution. Once a country has industrialized and become wealthy, a combination of government regulation and technological innovations causes pollution to decline sustainability even as the population continues to grow. Next is deforestation and loss of ecosystems that sustain global atmospheric oxygen and carbon dioxide balance. About 8 million hectares of forest are lost each year. Changes in atmospheric composition and consequent global warming. Irreversible loss of arable land and increases in desertification. Deforestation and desertification can be reversed by adopting property rights, and this policy is successful even while the human population continues to grow. Next, illegal immigration to the developed world on an unprecedented scale, creating an unparalleled demographic and political problems in Europe and United States. Even the controlled and legal migration of talented and well-educated people from the third world to the developed world removes it of its limited skills basis. High infant and child mortality, high rates of infant mortality are caused by poverty. Rich countries with high population densities have low rates of infant mortality. Increased incidence of hemorrhagic fevers and other infectious diseases from crowding, lack of adequate sanitation and clean potable water and scarcity of available medical resources. Next is starvation, malnutrition or poor diet with ill health and diet deficiency diseases like rickets. Famine is aggravated by poverty. Rich countries with high population densities do not have famine. poverty coupled with price rises in some regions and a resulting low level of capital formation. Poverty and inflation are aggravated by bad government and bad economic policies. Many countries with high population densities have eliminated absolute poverty and keep their inflation rates very low. Next is low birth weight due to the inability of mothers to get enough resources to sustain a fetus from fertilization to birth. Low life expectancy is likely to occur frequently. Unhygienic living conditions for many based upon water resource depletion, discharge of raw sewage and solid waste disposals. Next, increased theft by people stealing resources to survive. Conflicts over scarce resources and crowding leading to increased levels of warfare. Overutilization of infrastructure such as mass transit, highways and public health systems. Next is the education. There has been an overall expansion in education by 300%. Still, there are 63.8 million children who are not attending schools. This is likely to produce behavioral disorders in children. The number of young criminals may be increased, thus producing additional social problems. The per capita food supply has gone down from 360 grams to 348 grams, as against the average normal of 2400 calories, an Indian gets only 1400 calories. Next is the shelter. With an ever increasing population, shelter and healthy houses are not available to everyone. All these are the main overwhelming problems that we can see in India as the consequences of increase in population. All the above hazards produced by increasing population have to be tackled effectively. This can be achieved only through family planning programs. Now, we can look at some plausible measures to control population. Coming to controlling measures of overpopulation. Population explosion is the main barrier to the development of the Indian economy. Since this problem is getting intense day by day, it is obvious to take appropriate measures to keep it under control by lowering the birth rate. Following are some of the measures in order to control population. First measure is rise in per capita income. There is an inverse relationship between per capita income and country's birth rate. When per capita income increases, people do not desire more children in order to supplement their income. In other words, with increase in per capita income, people feel more secure and do not want to depend on their children. Therefore, rapid economic development is very much essential to control the already high birth rate. However, this increase in per capita income will have its positive impact on birth rate after a period of time. Next measure is late marriage. In India, girls marry at an early age and a longer span of time to produce children. Hence, we have to rise the minimum age of marriage in our country in order to control the birth rate. A UN report has pointed out there would be a significant decline of birth of 7 per thousand if the average age of marriage of females were to rise from 16 to 20 years. The fourth measure is lowering infant mortality rate. In India, infant mortality rate is very high and stands at 72 per thousand. Poor people, in order to ensure that some children do survive, reproduce more. Therefore, Widespread vaccinations and proper child and maternity care should be undertaken to reduce the infant mortality rate. Next is the spread of education. In India, 48% of total populations are illiterate. They regard of children as the gift of God and are not conscious about the evils of population growth. To move illiteracy and blind beliefs, spread of education is very much essential. An educated man can rightly understand the benefit of a small family custom. Next measure is women education and employment. In India, only 32.92% of women are literate and much less are employed. The government therefore should take effective steps to spread women education and create employment opportunities for them so that they can understand the evils of population growth and control by themselves. Next is the family planning facilities. In India, family planning facilities are available only in the urban centers and semi-urban areas. So, poor people of rural areas do not get these facilities easily. Therefore, family planning centers with trained personnel should be set up in rural areas to provide this facility at their doorstep. This can very much help in lowering the birth rate. Next measure is incentives. The government should provide both financial and real incentives to people for adopting family planning measures. The funds for the purpose should be properly utilized. Next is publicity. The message of family planning should be reach the people of rural areas. For this, there should be widespread publicity in the newspaper, radio and TV. People should be conceived that no birth control device is harmful and small family is a happy family. Next is legislation. Family planning is a voluntary measure. However, government should enact laws for directly lowering the birth rate. The government can make laws in this field of raising the minimum age of marriage. Compulsory education up to high school level, termination of pregnancy and abolition of child labour. In fact, the Government of India has already enacted laws in these regards. Even though so many measures have taken by the government, the result is negligible. There are number of reasons to the failure of these policies and programs. Coming to the failure of population control policies. India is first among the countries which adopted an official family planning program as early as 1950. However, 50 years later, this had not prevented the population touching the 1 billion mark. It is obvious that despite good intentions and concerted efforts, we have failed in controlling our population. Considering the seriousness of the situation, it is appropriate to introspect and ascertain as to what went wrong. The available methods are more than adequate, but what is lacking is the will to use them. This brings in the philosophical question as to what is meant by will and why the will is not there. It is for these reasons that the users are both male and female, and with limited options available to the male, the entire burden of limiting the family is shouldered by the female. However, except for a minimum percentage of the female population, the majority are passive participants in the process with no decision making capacity. The success of family planning greatly depends on women and their status. Thus, it is essential for the women to be educated so that they can decide on the number of children they want and be aware of the available birth control measures. India, being a diverse country, has people from all religions and of different family backgrounds. As mentioned earlier, in Islam, children are considered to be a gift of God, and thus Muslims do not believe in birth control measures. Also, among the Catholics, abortion is considered a sin. Thus, the people from such sectors of the society do not follow family planning. In India, most of the population lives in rural areas. However, family planning is not widely advertised in rural areas. Also in rural areas, social and religious norms are more strictly followed. As a result, all the above mentioned problems are even more intense in the rural areas with the addition of the lack of family planning facilities in those areas. In fact, family planning is considered a sin in most of the tribal and rural communities. Considering the above factors, it is obvious that in India, the success of family planning programs depends on too many factors, making it a more complex operation than usual. However, this does not change the fact that birth control is extremely important in order to improve the life of the future generations in India in terms of better availability of resources and a better and clean world. With all this information, we can conclude this session. If India will not control its population very soon, we will have problem of feeding this huge population very soon. Either we need to learn to manage human resources quickly, or we need to decrease our population growth rate as soon as possible. India is a free democratic country. This does not mean that citizens do not have some responsibility. We, as the citizens of this country, need to understand our responsibilities. We should facilitate our future generations to live in India and cherish the beauty of the land, its monuments and rich culture that we Indians are so proud of, while living a happy, sustainable life with all the basic amenities readily available without fighting for it or bargaining for it. Students, in this session, you people learn what are the problems that India facing today due to over increase in population, and what are all the measures to be taken in order to control this expansion. So, we will meet in the next episode with another interesting topic.